First of all, we're going to look at this and we're going to imagine how much, we have to estimate how much plaster we need, and that's how much water we measure out. So I'm looking and imagining pint cartons. Maybe 2 pint cartons would fit in this space. It's got to be up to my knuckle above the bottle, say. 2 pint cartons. So this is 500 ml, that's a pint-ish. So I'm going to get 2 of these full of water into my bucket. Okay. Just going to look again and see if I think that's enough plaster to cover us and go up to this height. Okay, I'm saying it's enough. Okay. We're going to go over here to the plaster, and normally because I'm in the plaster room I would put on the extraction fan, but you won't be able to hear me. So another option you've got if you don't have extraction is to wear a mask, a dust mask, like this. Take your plaster, get a scoop, and this is fine casting plaster, okay? Sprinkle it. This is called the islands method. Sprinkle it back and forth across the water. Don't just dollop a big heap. Go back and forth evenly. Just be patient. Take another scoop. Keep doing this. What you're doing is you're waiting till the water's saturated, then you'll begin to see islands. Evenly as you can, back and forth. Right, I'm seeing islands floating now, but they're disappearing quite fast. You need to have a count of 4 seconds, or at least. Okay, that one's lasting quite long. I have to imagine an ant living on that island. Is he going to die? Is he going to drown? I think this is saturated. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000. That's staying pretty well now. Right, so I'm going to wait for 2 minutes to let that just soak. Right, that was 2 minutes. Now you can put your hand in. If you have allergies, wear a glove, but otherwise a hand is fine. And you'll feel that it's already almost mixed itself. There's no lumps, and it feels great. So what we're doing now is just running my hand along the bottom and the sides to get rid of any bubbles sitting there and get it all thoroughly mixed. Now, if you hold your hand up, just getting the bubbles to rise, you'll see, you can still see my skin through it slightly. It's a little bit on the thin side. Just keep mixing until it's no longer see-through, because it's thickening as we speak. Just mixing it for a wee bit longer. Right, that's thicker now. Do you see that? So I'm going to take this bucket, which is handy because you can make a little pouring spout out of it. Oh, actually, these buckets are really shallow, so that doesn't work very well. I'll take it over here to where I'm about to use it. And then I'll make my spout and pour into the corner, just steadily letting it go up. I'm just going to check with my finger now. I'm going to put it in and touch the top of the bottle, the highest point. If you've made too little, what you do is quickly make some more. And I think actually that is true here. Right, I made a wee bit more and it's good to go. This is still liquid, so I'm pouring a bit more in. Definitely needed more. Okay, I underestimated. Right. It's now up to my knuckle. If you dare, you can just sugar the board slightly to level it out. See, I'm holding the corners. Just slightly. Pop the bubbles. And that will set in about half an hour. I'm just going to do something with my excess plaster. Now this is really important. It doesn't go down the sink. If it does, it will set in the pipes and block them. So we have this rubber mat here, but you can use a board. It's just a rubber mat's flexible and easier to crack it off. And clean the bucket as best you can with your hand. I'm just making a cow pat here, which when it's set, I will crack off into this plaster bucket, and it goes into the plaster skip. And this is clean enough now to wash out. Don't leave plaster to set in the buckets. It eventually ruins them. So this plaster sink has a sink trap underneath. This and that one too. But if you're in the studio, you may need a washout bucket, like a bucket of water that you do this rinsing in. Okay, leave your buckets clean. I'm going to come back in half an hour and do the next stage once this plaster's set. Okay, doke.